It ain't what the neighbors are saying, it's what's on video. There's arguing coming from the house. And you told us earlier in your statement that the only people that were there all night long were you.
This is Melissa Turner, a former cosplay model and webcam performer who murdered her 25-year-old fiancé, Matthew Trussler.
I don't even know if I got the knife away from him doing this, but I know he had it. Do I need a lawyer?
Consulted with them based on the statements and the evidence. We're going to have to place you under arrest, okay?
On October 18th, 2019, Turner called 911 claiming she had just discovered Trussler unresponsive near the swimming pool at their Riverview, Florida home. He was pronounced dead at the scene from multiple stab wounds. When detectives first questioned her, Turner said she had few memories of the previous night, only that the couple had been drinking. Investigators discovered a neighbor's security camera that captured audio from the couple's home. On that recording, prosecutors say a woman can be heard screaming phrases. Confronted with this evidence, Turner's story shifted. She admitted to an argument that turned physical, claiming Trussler choked her and threw her over a counter.
You had mentioned earlier in our conversation that you probably had your last drink around 10. So is it fair to say that you had...
Yeah, because I stopped drinking when I got the hiccups,
okay.
Because I don't want to have any drink whenever, they're exhausting. I hate them.
You said it sometimes leads you to throw up.
Sometimes it does, yeah. It
you
doesn't
don't want
matter.
to be
It's
drinking
not,
and then just throwing it right back up.
And it's not like I'm a drinking thing for me either. They just happen, and
Right.
I start hiccuping, and then that leads to throwing up, and no matter what I'm doing. And then, yeah, because I had the hiccups, and whenever he was like, breathe with me doing this, and he knocked over my Truly.
Your what?
My drink, my Truly that I had. That's what, yeah.
Where were you at when he was trying to get you?
In the kitchen by the island.
Okay.
And he knocked it over and spilled most of it.
How'd that make you feel?
I didn't care. I had 20 more in the fridge outside.
We
got them both.
A Truly?
Truly, yeah.
That's the hard seltzer, right?
Yes. We got them buy two, get one. So I had plenty of them outside of the garage in the fridge. I didn't care if he spilled it. It didn't matter. I would just go get another. I didn't, but I could if I wanted one. Just go get another one.
Did your hiccups and stuff subdue? Did they stop or?
They did. He helped me breathe. I had a hiccup that I remember specifically the last one was like hiccup with throw up. Mm-hmm. I hiccup threw up, but I made it to the bathroom and in the toilet. It was just a little spit up. Yeah, and then my hiccups stopped after that. And I remember it was getting late. And, cause yeah, it was probably, 10:30-ish. Maybe. I wasn't keeping, not like I was keeping tabs on the time.
Right.
But 10:30 sounds about right. And I remember getting tired. And I just wanted to go to bed.
Okay. Did you go to bed? Is that what you did next?
I think, well, you get talking when you get drinking and stuff, and he was still having his beers, and I remember he was just still going and talking about stuff, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm here, but I want to go to bed. Kind of like one of those, like, I'm tired.
I'm married. I'm there with you. Alright, I know what you mean.
You and me both.
So when you're tired, you're ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And the other person wants to keep talking, and sometimes you're listening and you're doing the old head nod, but then when they say, they ask you a question, they trick you. They're like, oh, you're not listening to me.
Especially because I would get up so much earlier than him, so our sleep schedules were off.
4:30 is early.
And then he didn't wake up until 9 or something,
right.
That our sleep schedules are always off, and so like I said, 10:30, 11, I'm just like, doing that.
What was he talking about? Do you remember?
I can't. I mean, no, I can't. It was. We were. What were? I mean, I was.
I mean, if you don't remember, you don't remember. I don't want to.
I think we were just. We were actually, I remember what it was we were talking about, because his mom recently he has health issues and stuff. His mom's a nurse, and she said that you might have, and we got into talking about that again, because we've gone through the symptoms, the list of it and everything, and talked about it. We were just talking about, like, my planner is probably still in the kitchen that has, be an adult, call this person, this health insurance, all this stuff. Because we were going to go get him checked out.
He has.
We're pretty sure. His mother's been a nurse for years and years. She has degrees that I can count. But when we saw her last, she, like, felt like where his thyroid, like, the little gland should be, and it's enlarged and everything. Like, she legit thinks he has. And we started talking about that again. Because, I mean, it's a big issue. For him, it's funny, because for him, it's always, he can't eat enough. He's always just ripping through calories. Like, his Fitbit will even, like, I've taken his pulse and counted the beats per minute. I watched his Fitbit say he just sits there and is at 120, with his heart rate.
How long would you say that conversation last? Because this is about.
I don't know. I would, like I said, I was just getting tired.
And then once that, I mean, did you fall asleep during that conversation, or did you?
I started to get tired. Because he always knows when I start to get tired, I'll just start to, like, when it's that late, sometimes I'll just start to close my eyes. I don't even notice it. If we were sitting down, he wouldn't. When we're on the couch, he always just, like, tips me over, so I just lie down on the couch.
Where were you guys at when you were having that conversation?
We were in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. After that conversation happens, what happens?
After talking in the kitchen, I remember going to lie down on the chair in the office.
Now, what time do you think that was?
11, maybe?
Okay. When you go to sleep, it's still just you and him?
Yes.
In the house? Okay. Is he awake when you fall asleep?
Yes, he's always awake when I go to sleep.
Was he in the office with you, or?
I don't believe so. I think he was in the kitchen.
Okay.
When he was talking about, that was the conversation about, what was his mood then? Was he worried about it?
He was never worried about anything.
So he's just generally talking about it because his mom thought that may be what he has, or you guys thought that's what he has?
He didn't like talking about it because his health issues have been going on for a while, but he fit the bill for everything.
But what I'm getting at is, while he's having this conversation, is he having it like in a panic, like, oh my gosh, I may have all this stuff, there's all this stuff wrong with me, or he's just telling you about it?
This is a conversation we've had many times, and we were just going over it again, like, because we were talking about health insurance and, like, getting to a doctor, because we believe I'm, because same thing with him, how he fits the bill for that, same thing with me. The fatigue, the coldness, everything. I can go down the list. I hit a lot of the symptoms, and it makes a lot of sense for my body type and how I eat and work out and stuff. So we were talking about that, the health insurance, and that all together, kind of in the same time.
Gotcha.
Did you, say you fall asleep in the chair in the office, did you wake up at all during the night? What time did you wake up this morning?
Probably 20 minutes before I cried. I don't know what time it was. I don't even know what time it is right now.
It's 11:33 a.m.
I don't know. I normally don't sleep in. But whatever time, I remember waking up and I didn't see him around. I saw the kitchen was. I didn't see him outside at first. I didn't see him there. And I went upstairs and I checked the bedroom. I thought he went to bed upstairs. I checked upstairs. And then I came back down again. And I saw Farrah by the sliding glass door. She wanted outside. She wanted to go outside, so I opened the door. I was really. And I just saw him. And he was sitting in the chair, slumped over at the table. He was cold. I pulled him to the ground.
I'm sorry. I know this must be very difficult for you.
It feels like a dream. It feels like a nightmare because when I've had nightmares, this has been it. Losing him.
When you pulled him onto the ground, what did you do? What did you try to do? Or did you do anything?
I grabbed his face. I tried to talk to him. His eyes were open. His pupils weren't doing anything, and that scared the me. I begged him to come back to me because I can't do this myself. I put my fingers. I tried to check for a pulse. I didn't know what to do. I ran in the house. I grabbed a cloth and put warm water on it and came back and did the same thing. I tried to start CPR. And then I went back in the house and I got my phone. It was on speakerphone with the operator while I was trying to get this.
What kind of phone do you have?
Note, the Note, whatever, Note 9, the Note 10, I don't know.
What color is it?
It's blue and an OtterBox, though it's black with the OtterBox up.
Okay. You try to give him CPR. And then, so you're on the phone trying to give him CPR. Did anything else happen, or did deputies just show up?
She said that they were almost there, and I went and unlocked the door. And I went back to him, and then he came back.
Do you know where your phone's at right now?
In the kitchen, I believe. I can't tell you exactly. I remember it was in the kitchen.
I noticed that the house is 2 stories.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms are on the bottom?
No bedrooms on the bottom.
Where's the office?
It's if you walk in the front door, it's to the left.
It's to the left. Where's the kitchen?
So the stairs are in the middle, and
Okay.
it's around it. It's a big circle, pretty much. So the office is to the left, but the kitchen's on the other side of the stairs.
So when you walked out of the office, you said you slept in the office last night, right? When you walked out of the office, you had to walk. You said you walked towards the outside. You didn't see him out there, right? And then and then you went upstairs to check.
Yes.
But you had to pass the kitchen to go upstairs.
Yeah.
I've never been inside, so that's why I'm kind of asking.
So downstairs, there's the office, so the front door and the office, and then there's the laundry, the bathroom, and then the kitchen, in the living room here, and then stairs in the middle. And I walked around, and I didn't see him.
You walked around where?
Around the whole bottom stairs.
In the kitchen?
Yeah, I
Living
went
room?
from the office to the laundry, the kitchen, to the living room, and then I didn't see him, so I went upstairs, but I didn't see him in bed. The bed was still made from whenever we made it the previous day. So I was confused, and I went back downstairs, and so the dog wanted to go outside, and so I was going to let her out, and then when I was walking towards the sliding glass doors, is when I saw him at the table.
When you wake up in the office, where would you expect him to be? If he just, if it was a normal night, you went to bed first, you assume he went to bed somewhere, where would you have expected him to be once you woke up from the office?
Either in bed or on the couch.
Okay, so
Sometimes he would stay downstairs to watch TV more, so he didn't wake me up, and cuddle the dog and the cats and fall asleep there. Or he came to bed with me and watched TV in bed.
So the couch he would have maybe fell asleep on would be downstairs?
Yes.
So is that why you first circled the staircase downstairs and then went upstairs to check the bed?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. You said you didn't wake up at all last night? In the middle of the night?
Not that I know it, no. Lately I've been really tired. So when I've been going to sleep, I just conk out. I'm just tired.
How are your sleeping habits? I mean, do you normally sleep through the night, or?
Lately, yeah. When I'm not stressed or anything, yeah, and I've been doing really good lately. This past week, not lying, I'm on my period, so when I hit the pillow, I'm out until my alarms go off in the morning.
But other than that, you don't have any issues with sleeping?
Not particularly. Sometimes I wake up in the night to go pee, but that's about it.
Do you take any kind of prescribed medications or anything?
No. Neither does he.
Neither does he?
No.
When you woke up, or did you hear anything?
No.
Last night?
No.
Like in the night?
No.
What do you think happened?
I mean, you understand just from our standpoint, obviously, we weren't there last night. If you could just take your best guess of what you thought could have happened.
I don't know. I woke up to just see the kitchen a bloody mess.
Did anything happen between the two of you in the kitchen to cause that bloody mess? Did he have any issues with anybody else?
In what way do you mean?
Like, does he owe, I mean, is there anybody out there that wants to hurt him?
Shouldn't be. Maybe my ex, he did try and...
When was that?
2017, June, July.
Who's your ex?
Christopher Harrison, Hillsborough County. You guys are the ones that showed up to take him away. He
When's
spent
his
2
birthday?
nights in jail.
Do you still live in Hillsborough County?
No, I believe he's living back in Polk County with Mommy.
Okay. When was the last time you talked to him?
The night he got arrested.
Do you know his phone number?
No.
And that was the June or July 2017 is when
I
he
believe it
arrested?
was.
Okay.
I believe it was June, the end of June.
What was he arrested for?
Domestic violence and assault with a deadly weapon, 2 counts for each. He got pissy because I had at the house, but mind you, he had just had a girl upstairs that he wasn't on her way. But he was sick. He had bronchitis. I picked him up from work and brought him to the house. Explained all of this to Chris, saying, he's sick. I'm going to pick up prescriptions now for him. He's sick as a dog. But I had just adopted a new cat too, so we were, that night, happened to be downstairs in the living room, playing with the cat. Normally, whenever cat would come over, if Chris was there, we would keep to my room, you know, just to avoid conflict and all that. But we were downstairs, we had a new cat. Why shouldn't have been a problem? Like, he was upstairs in his room. But he had came downstairs and started arguing, and went upstairs because he put on his clothes, he was just gonna leave, but then Chris started yelling at me, and back and forth yelling, and it ended up with me grabbed me and just started kissing me, and Chris had his phone, funny, he was recording all of it the entire time, was just recording us kissing, and then he said something, and I turned and looked at him, and then Chris just whipped out, pointing straight at him, intending to shoot him, in front of the gun. And then he called the cops on himself. I have the video and everything. There's an intruder in my house.
Here, Melissa recounts a chilling past incident where her ex-boyfriend pulled a Glock on Matthew and she stepped in front of the barrel. This moment serves a dual psychological purpose. On the surface, it establishes a convenient alternate suspect. More deeply, it reveals a pattern of normalized, high-stakes violence in her relational history. It also frames her as a protector, a role that heavily conflicts with the narrative that will later emerge, establishing a psychological baseline of self-sacrifice.
So he got arrested for that because he's just stupid.
Is that the last incident between the two of them?
Yes.
Does Christopher know where you all live? Have you told him?
No, absolutely not. He tried to message me on, like, social media and stuff, and I told him basically anytime he tried to contact me.
Okay.
So.
And that's the last time you physically have seen Chris is when he got arrested?
Yes, that night.
What about anybody else other than Christopher? Any issues, or has expressed any concern about anybody else wanting to harm him?
Nothing, no, absolutely not wanting to harm him, no.
Have you ever talked about wanting to harm himself?
In the past, yes, but I don't believe that, he always told me he was gonna die young. And I hated him every time he said it.
Who's him? Who are we talking about here?
I'm talking about, he always told me he had a feeling he was gonna die young.
When's the last time he told you that?
It's been a long while, probably a year almost. He wasn't too happy with himself whenever we first started seeing each other, and it took him a while, but he finally started to love life. He said we were planning going to Key West, to Mexico, to Bali. We had trips we were planning.
Did he ever
The
say
ring
that
is
he...
still on my finger under this stupid glove. We're engaged. We were gonna get married.
Did he ever say he was going to hurt himself or anything like that?
Not really.
Did he mention anything of that last night?
No.
About wanting to harm himself?
No.
Did he...
Excuse me, one minute.
Did he seem that... did he seem upset or depressed or anything? I know he was stressed.
No,
out.
but he always did his damnedest to hide it from me whenever he was sad or depressed. So, he did everything he could to hide it from me, even though I could tell, there was always a part of me that could tell when he was upset or sad.
Mm-hmm.
But he did his damnedest to hide it from me as best as he could.
When you woke up this morning, was there anybody else in the house?
No.
Were the windows and doors and everything shut?
Yes.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything. What do you think happened?
I don't know. What injuries did he have? Because I saw the 2 cuts on his arms. I know they were deep, but what? Why?
I don't know. I haven't been in the house, that's why I'm asking you. You were there, obviously. You have his blood all over you.
I don't want
You're
to
trying to give him
stand.
CPR and help him, I understand. You said he had 2 deep cuts on his arm?
I think they were on, like, his arm. I mean, at that point, I started to freak out. I don't know, it might have been 1 cut, it might have been more than that. That's all I saw, though. I know there was 1, like, deep cut on his arm. But I didn't even think that was enough to bleed out from it. But maybe it was. And there was a broken, I don't remember the glass breaking. There was a broken glass in the kitchen that I walked past. And there was a broken beer bottle in the garage, but that's I mean, I can't attribute that to anything because the way we have the garage set up right now, it's kind of hard to open the door to the refrigerator sometimes, and I've been dropped, so I can't.
Do you sleepwalk?
No.
Does he sleepwalk?
No.
You pointed to, just a second ago, you pointed to your right arm. Is he right-handed or left-handed?
He's right-handed.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm pretty sure.
Did you see any other injuries anywhere else? Besides, did you make any other phone calls? Does he have a phone? What's his phone? I mean, what's his phone number? Did you use your phone?
I don't remember. I grabbed a phone.
What kind of, let me see, I'm trying to look, maybe this will help me, I wrote it down, the number that called. So you must have used his phone. What kind of phone does he have?
He's got an Android, LG.
What color is it?
I think it's black. It's in an OtterBox, so.
Do you know what color the OtterBox is?
Black, yeah.
What's the password?
I don't know, I just used my fingerprint to get. So,
You have your fingerprint set up on his phone?
yes, we both have our fingerprints set up on each other's phone.
Okay. And what was the number to his phone?
You know, has he got Sprint as well?
He has Sprint, yes. I believe. Or, yeah?
Are you all on the same plan?
No, we're not.
He's on AT&T.
Oh,
I'm on
sorry.
AT&T. I think he's on Sprint. No, Verizon. Verizon, I believe. Plenty of times that we need to just get on the same plan because it would be cheaper.
Oh, well, yeah. Do you have any injuries on your person?
No,
Any scratches or cuts or anything?
not that I've noticed. I mean, I was wearing.
You weren't wearing those gloves.
No.
Somebody, the deputy at the scene gave them to you? Here, let me get the trash can.
Sorry.
You can put those in here if you want.
What happened? I see you got a Band-Aid on
I
your
was
left.
just gonna ask you about that. What happened there?
We just went to the outlet stores. Outlets and outlets.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to the Nike store and got new shoes. I have a blister from mine from when we were taking the dog on a walk.
Where's the blister at?
I'm getting to take the Band-Aids off. But
We'll keep it on for a second. What we'd like to do is we're gonna have a young lady or a young man come and just photograph you, take some overall photographs of you, and when we get to it, we'll have you move that so we can get a picture of that, okay? Would you mind
I think
taking
I
your...
did grab the glass though.
I was gonna say, would you mind just taking those gloves off for me?
You put them right in that trash can.
Yeah, I have a little cut on here. But
Can we see where you're going to?
right there.
And that's from what?
think it's from grabbing the glass. Or, because I know there was the broken glass this morning. I'm sorry, this morning's not the clearest thing in my mind. Wait.
Do you know where
I remember it was a hard rock glass, I believe, in the kitchen, and I think I picked up a piece of it on the floor.
What about your other hand there? I don't want to get all up in your girl. Can you just put your hands out just so I can see them there? I know you got a lot of stuff on your hands. It's just blood.
A week and a half ago, I grabbed a hot pan and burnt my hand.
Okay, yeah, I can see a little bit of this color there.
Yeah, it's still tender. If I burnt my hand, I just grabbed a hot pan and a thing.
Let me see your ring.
That's your guys' engagement ring?
Wow, that's beautiful.
He was saving up to make a formal proposal to me whenever he could afford the ring that he knew I wanted. I told him I didn't give it, he wanted it to be perfect for me. So this was more of a promise ring than anything. It was a step between his official proposal to me. It was...
Can I see your other, your outside of the other
I
ring?
don't think there's any...
What is that, tear or a tear? No, I'm looking at the cut in the, oh, that's just kidding, okay. Do you have any other injuries to your arms underneath your sleeves at all?
No, I mean, these sleeves don't really come up, so if there was, there would be a cut on the shirt.
Is this the same outfit you woke up in this morning? And is this the same one you guys?
This is what I was wearing last night, yes.
Okay. So you went to bed in that, you woke up in that, you haven't
Yeah.
changed or anything?
Yeah. And I was wearing a t-shirt yesterday and it was cold. So he gave me his shirt to wear.
I want to ask you just a couple of questions that maybe they're hard for me to ask, but I don't want you to take offense to them, okay? These situations, our job is to gather all the facts and try to figure out what happened, all right? So you're not the first person that I've asked these kinds of questions to, right? But I have to ask them because I want to figure out what happened in that, okay?
Sorry.
Go ahead, take it.
Yeah.
Are you, hold on a second. Obviously, based on what you've told me, and if anything's correct that I say, please correct me. Based on what you told me, it was only you and Matthew in the house last night. You guys were drinking throughout the evening, taken some shots. You guys fed the cats around 7. You took a little break. Then you started drinking again, playing some card games. Started talking about Capital One.
Yeah, the card games were earlier in the night, but I mean, yeah, it was
Right.
just a
Sorry, card games,
it
cats.
was just kind of a chill night. Like, yeah, we played some games, we talked, and just.
You fall asleep around 10:30, 11 in the chair inside the office, which is downstairs, right? And you woke up this morning. You come out, you don't see him, but the kitchen's in a bloody mess. And you find him outside sitting in a chair. You try to give him CPR, but you call 911. You don't know what happened to him? Was there any fighting or arguing last night? Do you all have a history of any kind of fighting or arguing?
Nothing. I mean, couples argue sometimes. We never really fought we would argue.
Have you guys ever been physical with one another?
No.
Not sexually, I'm talking about like
Physical fight.
physical fighting.
As physical as we got, it would be one of us having to, like, if we got too drunk, just sit down and chill out kind of thing. Like, it wasn't hitting, pushing, anything like that. It was more just like, sit down and calm down. He did drink a lot, yeah, and there were times where I had to, like, make him just stop and drink water, you know, kind of be like, you're not drinking any more liquor, just sit down and you know, chill out. He would normally just fall over on the couch and fall asleep. That's why I checked downstairs, because I thought he was just asleep on the couch.
So there was no arguing last night?
We were having a great time.
Was there anything physical, violent?
He was never violent, not to me.
Were you violent with him at all? You didn't push him or punch him, scratch him, anything like that?
No.
And he didn't do anything to you?
No. We were never like that. I mean, like I said, couples argue, but we never got to that point. We'd yell at each other and go to bed and wake up and I'm sorry. And that was the end of it. Like, we'd move on from it.
So nothing happened last night for him to get upset or violent with you, right? Was there anything that happened or that would have caused you to get violent with him?
No.
Did you do anything to harm him? Do you know who harmed him? Before the cops showed up, did you move or remove anything from the house?
No.
Did you go anywhere?
No.
Talk to anybody from the moment you got up to when you called 911?
No, the only thing I cared about was him.
Do you guys normally keep your garage door open or closed?
It's normally closed.
Was it closed this morning when the cops got there?
Yeah, I think it was. I honestly, this morning was a blur. I can't remember.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't remember.
When you guys go to and from the house, do you use the front door?
It depends. Sometimes we use the front door, sometimes we go out through the garage. It's really up in the, I mean, we do either one depending on what we're doing.
But just recounting your day yesterday, the last time you get home is when you guys come home from Home Depot and Publix and make the lunch, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, do you know if the garage was ever closed or open?
I remember it was open because I opened it when I was working out, and
That's
whenever
right.
we went to leave for Home Depot, I made a comment about it, and he forgot to hit the button. So when we came back from Publix, I remember it was open because I told him, I was like, you didn't close it, and he was like, yeah, it's my bad. I just forgot to.
Well, I'm just saying, once you guys got home, though, throughout the night, did it get closed at some point?
I don't know. We were in and out of the garage because we were trying to figure out the fog machine thing that we got with the hose and that little Halloween decoration thing, and so I can't say, but I think so because normally we kept it closed because our cat. I do remember it was closed.
Okay.
Because probably around 10, I do remember this now, we couldn't put eyes on Blueberry, the little gray cat. She likes to wander, go outside and all that. I thought she might have gone outside, but she was in the garage. So I do remember the garage door was closed.
Just to keep her in? Or?
Yeah, because sometimes you open a door and that cat is like lightning right behind you. She wants to go outside so badly.
So you can say about 10 o'clock last night, you can say for sure the garage is closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you, I think this might be about the last question I may have. You might have some more. Sometimes, I know with two guys sitting in here, it's hard for sometimes a woman to talk to them or open up to them. Okay, I know that. But I just wanted to give you the chance or the opportunity. I know you said there was nothing physical between the two of you last night, violent-wise. Was there any I'm only asking this for investigation purposes. Were you guys intimate with one another last night? At all?
No, because I'm still on my period.
Okay.
When's the last time you guys were, if you remember?
I believe yesterday morning I sucked his dick to wake him up, so if you want to count that.
That's intimate. So sometimes arguing can lead to something physical, which then can lead to something else. Did you do anything, or did he do anything to you that would cause you to react in any kind of way to be violent with him?
He was always amazing with me.
Did he
Never put his hands on me.
Did he ever threaten you with any weapons or anything?
Absolutely not.
What about last night?
Not that I remember.
Does he have any weapons?
I mean, we got knives. He likes knives. He's got them around the house. And there is a gun upstairs in the master bedroom. A SIG.
This initial response is indicative of repression or a protective memory blockade. She is not merely lying. Her brain is actively compartmentalizing the conflict to preserve her self-image. When pressed, she finally concedes to a fuzzy memory of an argument, pivoting to the scapegoat of alcohol. This transition from absolute denial to vague admission is a classic psychological tell, signaling the crumbling of her constructed narrative and a desperate attempt to frame the event as a routine, forgettable tiff.
But that's it, really. Nothing too extreme. Just one gun and some knives. Most of the knives he has is like his brother gave it to him and then his dad gave him this kind of thing.
They're like collector's knives or hunting knives, or what kind of knives are they?
He's got 2 K-bars. He's got, I don't know, one of them, honestly, I don't know, one of them's like this really old, it has a wooden handle, and the blade is rusted to shit because it accidentally fell into water, and that was my fault, and I try to get all of it off, but, I mean, most of the knives that he has mostly are, gifts from his father or his brother, kind of thing.
You said sometimes the most you guys will argue or yell at each other is if somebody gets too drunk and says chill out or sit down or calm down.
Have some water and chill out.
Did it ever get to that point?
I'm putting you on a timeout.
Did it ever get to that point last night?
Not last night that I remember, no.
When is the last time you think one of you had to say that to the other?
Oh God, it's been such a long time. We've been trying to get back, working out and everything, hence the new shoes and all that. I really haven't been drinking that much a lot lately. Last night's the first time I've been actually drinking liquor in a while. Just because I don't, for health, for calorie, I'm trying to not put on weight, so. It's been probably, since we had to do something say that, probably 3 or 4 months.
Any other questions?
I jotted some stuff down throughout the course of what you were saying, so let me see. When did he, you said he worked when the guy came over. When did he stop working for them?
Maybe a month ago. Their office is right down the road if you want to go ask.
Why did he stop? Did he get fired or did he leave?
It's commission based and he had to go knock on doors and get people make appointments and then from there get them sell them.
So it was more so him just, I don't want to do this anymore.
He was driving around a lot on his feet, doing all this stuff and there was nothing coming back from it. It's not like they were getting paid hourly or anything. So we made the decision to stay here, help out do more around the house would be more beneficial.
More beneficial, okay. Yeah, so did he ever work with anybody that he had problems with? Any co-workers that he had issues?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. That was just one of the things I jotted down. So.
One of his... My dog fur.
Another thing I jotted down, you said a timer for the taco thing from an Alexa device.
Yes.
That's like one of those things you talk to.
Yeah.
Where is that located in the house?
It's in the kitchen, right beside the refrigerator.
Okay, so it should just be sitting there in the kitchen. That's what you guys use to set timers?
Yeah. And
Okay.
timers, music, that kind of thing, shopping, groceries.
Let's see if I had anything else. I know I stepped out for a second, and I think it was right around the time where we were talking about you waking up and walking around the staircase, and you saw the kitchen and how it looked prior to going upstairs to look for him. And I've never been in the house. I haven't been in there. I was told by deputies that responded that it's got some blood and some glass. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so is that uncommon if you wake up and you're walking around and see that? What's your reaction to that when you saw that?
I mean, I saw it and I was worried and everything. That's why I was looking for him. Like, but I saw broken glass and there was a lot of blood, but there could have been a lot of blood, yeah, but I mean, if it was anything that terrible, I thought we would be sitting in the car, kind of thing. Like, I think like maybe like glass got broke, or one of us cut ourselves or something, and just I don't know, just didn't clean it up. He was drunk and didn't clean it up.
But to you, 'cause like again, I haven't been in there, but to you it looks like a lot of blood and a lot of glass, like something happened?
Yes.
Okay. Did you, at that point, become more concerned about anything, or are you still just trying to see if he's sleeping upstairs?
I was absolutely more concerned.
Okay. I'm just asking because I'm like I said, I haven't been in there. I don't know what kind of reaction it's going to elicit. If I go in there, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just some little blood on the ground.
It's just a little blood on the ground.
Okay.
There was a lot of blood. And yeah, I saw it, but I kept looking for him. I ran upstairs. He wasn't in the bedroom. I know I came back downstairs and let the dog outside, but I was confused. I didn't know, like, if you're not here, you're not there. What happened? Where are you? Kind of thing. Like, it didn't even occur to me that he would be outside.
Only when you let the dog out is when you realized he was.
Yeah,
outside.
because I didn't know. Like, I didn't think he would be outside. I didn't think to check there. It's not like we just go to sleep outside. We don't do that.
Does he ever hang out outside when you guys are just hanging out and drinking, or?
Yeah, we do that from time to time, like, especially since the weather's been really nice lately. And we have the patio set, and we'll go outside and sit down and hang out. And
Was he bleeding last night when he went to sleep?
no.
Did he accidentally cut himself?
He did.
What do you mean?
He did. He accidentally cut himself on some, I don't remember what he was doing. But I think he cut his hand on something. I don't know what I don't remember. I don't know.
When you went to sleep last night,
But it wasn't like massacre in the kitchen kind of thing. It was like wrap around it or a Band-Aid and you would have been fine.
so was there,
But he wasn't bleeding, like, he wasn't, like, bleeding everywhere. It was, I do remember that now. I think it was around when we were talking about the health insurance stuff. I think he cut him, I don't know what he was doing because
did the kitchen look like, last night when you went to bed, did the kitchen look like it did when you woke up this morning?
Kitchen looked like our kitchen last night. This morning looks like a massacre.
So there wasn't blood and stuff all over the floor last night? Okay.
I also think it stepped out when you talked about, he's mentioned wanting to hurt himself before. Has he ever given you any indication of how he would hurt himself, or if he were to?
How he would do it? Not particularly.
He just, in general, talked about wanting to hurt himself. He never told you any plan or anything?
He tried to not get too specific with me because he knew it upset me.
Do you have any questions for us?
Can I have some ibuprofen?
I don't think we can administer any medications
Yeah,
just because.
unfortunately. Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
We don't know, you know, we don't know you, what you've taken. We don't want to be the one to put that last ibuprofen in you and have it go over the top, you know.
Understood. I just have a rage
What I,
headache, and I feel like all of this is still a bad nightmare.
what I like to do, Mr. Hunter, is I'd like to get some photographs of you, okay? And since you got, you know, obviously blood all over you, they're not the most comfortable clothes, but I'd like to take your clothes and trade you out some other ones. Where do you have? Right now we have detectives at the house, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from again?
North Carolina.
All right, do you have any family that's local? Do you have any friends that you can go to their house and hang out? We can get you a ride there. One of the neighbors or anything like that?
I just got to a fight months ago with my friend, and I don't really have any other. If you can get in contact with, I would like to go with the Jen.
Well, we can try to do that. Do you know his phone number?
I don't, but it's in his phone.
Okay.
Who is that? That's his
Brother.
Okay.
Assuming he doesn't try to murder me because he already hates me for stealing his little brother away. I don't mean that in a literal, like, last time I spoke to him, he was mad at me though. Because
So maybe we shouldn't call him and have you go over
I
there?
don't have anyone else. I don't have her number on me, but if anyone
Do you know where
gets
she lives?
No, Tampa somewhere. I've only been there once. She's a hoarder, so she doesn't like people at her house.
This is the friend you had a fight with?
No, that was girlfriend. Yeah.
Who's the girl that you had
Her name is Ludi, and she's the closest thing I can call to a friend right now.
Ludi?
Ludi. She's Russian. Her real name is Ludmila.
Okay. You know her phone number, or is that in your phone?
It's in my phone, but if you can get her and call her.
She's local enough to maybe she'd take you in when we explain to her what's going on? What's her last name?
I can't even think right now. Fuentes. Fuen. Fuentes.
Did you address the book? I forgot we mentioned.
I did not.
We talked about it briefly when we were there, just because you were bringing it with you and wanting to bring it. Could you explain more what that book is, or would you mind opening it?
It's because he had me sit down in the office to talk to me at first, or to calm me down anyway, to get me away from the... Because where I was sitting, I could see.
Oh, so the deputy is the one who
So
let
he
you
put
in?
me in the office instead, before taking me outside to the garage.
Okay.
And I made this for us this year on our anniversary. Because it's photos from the times when we first met.
So it's kind of like a little diary of you guys' relationship. I see some photos. That's him and you in there.
Her first Christmas, Vegas, Philadelphia. We went to Cuba together. Mexico. That's our dog. That's our husky, Sarah.
That's back there too, I see.
Yeah, we have 4 cats. That's when we bought the house in January.
January 4th. Let me go ahead and step out. Did you have any other questions for us? We're gonna go ahead and step out. I'm gonna try to get them over here as quickly as we can and get some pictures of you. All right. Do you need to use the restroom or anything? Do you want a soda? Something other than water?
Yeah, a Coke would be nice.
A Coke? We'll get you a Coke. All right.
My phone, I believe, is in the kitchen at the house. If you can have someone get Ludi's number, she should be saved in my phone.
Okay.
What did you say her full name was? Ludi?
Ludmila Fuentes. She was adopted by a Spanish couple here in Florida.
Oh, so she's Russian, but she just has a Hispanic last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's from Russia.
So we'll get working on that too, because we're at the house right now. We're going to be there for a little while, so you're not going to be able to go in there until we're done. But we want to make sure that we get you somewhere. Okay. Do you want to hang out in here until we get ready to take the pictures, or would you like to sit outside? It's totally up to you. We got some picnic tables right there. You can get some fresh air if you like.
I'll go outside.
Okay. You can take your water with you. I'll go ahead and conclude this interview. It's 12:17 at Friday, October 18th. And we'll get you a Coke too, okay?
Where are we staying here for a minute?
She wants to sit outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something outside, just regarding something.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what happened?
I don't. We have detectives there that are trying to, they're processing the house and trying to figure out what happened in there with the evidence and stuff, and we're talking to you, and we're talking to neighbors, so we're working through it, okay?
If you want, we can go outside in a second, if you don't mind, if you wouldn't mind just sitting here for a second. I just gotta talk to him for 5 seconds and then appreciate it.
All right, so like we explained earlier, we're doing a search warrant at the house, which is standard for us to do. We ask you some questions. Can you just walk me back through, to the best of your ability, starting from yesterday when you woke up until what got us here today?
Yesterday when I woke up, I got up, I canned, I went into my work. After that, we got dressed, both of us. We took the dog on a walk for 20-30 minutes. And when we got back, he stayed in the house to clean things up. And I went out to the garage, I was working out more. And after that, shower at Home Depot. And we went there to get the steaks for the pumpkin man. We got 2 for the fog machine thing too. We got back, we went to Publix. And we got filet, bread, and cheese. And we got back and he made us lunch. And I'm sorry.
Take your time.
We had lunch, and then after that, the guy to put the covers for the sliding glass door came around 3 o'clock. He was there for about 20 minutes, and after that, we just stayed at the house the rest of the evening. We just, we got out the cards and stuff, and we played cards. We did a little bit around the house, picking up, vacuuming, stuff like that. So we would play cards. And then we're talking. We fed the cats and the dog. We're talking some more. And we've had a few shots at this point, and we were taking a little break, waiting to get some food in us. Around 8-ish, I put the food in the oven so we could heat it up. And we ate. After that, both of us had a pretty big plate of it. It was a pretty big bowl of stuff, so we finished off most of it. And after that, we were just talking and having a good evening. Until, I started to get tired around 10:30-ish, 10 to 30, 11, something like that. We didn't get in any arguments or any fights. We were having a good time. We were talking about everything, about the future, about us together. Just having a good time. He spilled half of my drink because I got the hiccups, and that always kills our night whenever that happens, because I stop drinking after I get the hiccups, because it just doesn't, it's not comfortable, it feels gross, it's just, I told you guys earlier, I hate the hiccup thing. So I got the hiccups and he calmed me down, and then, I might have had maybe what was left of my Truly drink, I think. But it was just getting later, and I remember getting tired. Wanting to go to sleep. I remember he kept wanting to be up and talk, because he was always a night person. He always was staying up at night. That was him. And I was just getting tired, and I was there listening to him, but really just wanted to go to bed. And it's pretty much, I mean, the next morning, I woke up in the chair in the office. I mean, there's that big, round, comfy chair there. I mean, it's like one of the big ones that'll take up this much room. And I looked for him downstairs and I didn't see him. I saw the kitchen, I saw the blood, which only, I mean, that's why I went to the living room. I went upstairs. I didn't know where he was. I wanted to find him. I was confused. I didn't know why was there so much blood, but I couldn't find him. I didn't know what had happened. And then I came back down. I saw the dog by the door. She wanted to go outside. And it was when I was walking to let her outside that I saw him at the table. And I pulled him off of he was sitting in the chair, slipped over the table, and I pulled him off of the table. Pulled him over. I don't know, adrenaline in me. Let me pull him over and roll him onto his back and everything. Get him over there. Start trying to talk to him.
Just a couple questions. You said you do your cam model?
Yes.
Okay. Part of your job is, do people ever come into your house to see you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I never meet with anybody. I never have anyone at the house. No.
Do you do all your work through your computer?
Yes.
Like, what's the word I want to use? It's webcam.
Yes. Essentially, most of it, yes.
I'm not like the most technically inclined person, so I knew what it was, but I couldn't think of what it was.
Yeah.
Do you ever use your phone to do any kind of webbing or anything like that?
Yes. That's mostly why I'm on my phone, because I'm doing work.
Okay. Were you using your phone last night to do work?
No, not last night, not whenever, I mean, I don't remember touching my phone, really. Whenever I'm, like, done with work, I like to put it down and be done with work, kind of thing.
Do you play games or anything on your phone?
Not really.
Do you remember texting anybody?
No.
We looked a little bit more. We thought your scratch was kind of small, but then we saw that it was bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But we also saw, like, it looks like we call it abrasion, but maybe a scratch. Tell me about that on the left side of your neck. Yeah.
This, that I don't have an actual explanation for you. Besides, I mean, I don't know. I could have done it myself this morning for all I know, going through tags and stuff, because I don't hurt myself, but sometimes I do, like, when I have an anxiety or a panic attack, I'll grab at myself without realizing it. So I don't know if that's that, but I don't know.
Did somebody else scratch you?
Not that I know of, no.
Would you know if somebody scratched you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you said not that I know of, so.
I mean, I don't know
if
where
he
it
scratched
came
me,
from.
I would know he scratched me type of thing. That's why I'm asking.
I have no, like, real explanation for it besides, like, I do this when I get anxious, and this morning's
I don't
been...
know. And earlier when we were talking to you, we didn't know about that, so that's why we didn't ask about it.
I don't know.
Scratch on your stomach, or the abrasion on your stomach when the Miss Patel was taking photographs, you had a red line.
Yeah, the
right
mark
there.
on my stomach. Could be from leaning over the counter, or I don't know. It's a straight line, so it's not like I got hit or something.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you looked at the photo, but it's like, it looks like I leaned over something wrong or like.
It's very level. I would say.
Yeah,
it's
that's
very
what I
level.
mean, like, I could be like me leaning over the counter or something like that. I mean, we putting up the pumpkin man, doing a little bit in the yard in the garage yesterday, and I'm accident prone.
And you said, tell me again how you cut yourself?
I don't remember exactly. Because I remember it was this morning, because I remember getting some blood on him. I think I was looking for a phone, and I was panicking and picked up the glass. Because I knew it was this morning. I remember that. I think I just couldn't find a phone at the time between the mess that the kitchen was, and I was just panicking.
That's a pretty significant cut.
Yeah, well, I was panicking.
Does that look like a glass cut?
I don't know what it looks like. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
It must have been a pretty big piece of glass.
Well, I remember there was the glass in the kitchen was a big mug.
Okay.
So it could have been that. I picked that up and was panicking, kind of. I don't know. I just remember it was this morning. And
when's the last time, again, that anybody besides the screen guy was at your house, like a visitor?
We just had the windows replaced not too long ago. So, I mean, those guys were there, but before that, probably been a month or so, month and a half. I don't know exactly.
Were those males or females?
It was a male. It was, he had, the guy from down the road came over and came into the house. The older named Charlie, the Asian guy at the other corner.
What did he come over for a month ago?
Because we were getting the windows redone then, and he was coming over to talk to us, or we'll talk to him, because I wasn't there that day, about all the changes, improvements that we had made to the house since we bought it. You know, the solar panels, we were doing the windows, we, fixed some stuff up, made it look nicer. And he said that I wasn't there. So, I mean, Charlie's an older Asian man. He just kind of, sometimes takes walks around the neighborhood, and I guess they just struck up a conversation.
Any females?
Not recently, no.
Yeah, because you said you kind of had a falling out with your one friend.
Yeah.
Like I said, we got detectives at the house. They're inside the house now. I think they got a search warrant for it, and we've been talking to the neighbors and all of that stuff. You said that last night you never woke up at all?
Not that I know.
You either did or you don't. I'm not tricking. This isn't a trick question.
No, I don't remember waking up. I remember laying down, and I remember waking up in the same spot.
I spoke to the deputy at the scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he said when he first spoke with you, you made a comment to him and had said that, what were you arguing about last night?
I don't really remember. I mean, we might have gone in argument, but it didn't seem like anything. I mean, sometimes we do whenever we get one of us, whenever he drinks a little too much, but I always just brush it off and go to bed. It could have been, I don't know.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because you told the deputy that you guys were arguing. And you've been pretty detailed about everything that happened yesterday. I mean, even how you woke him up yesterday, that's pretty detailed. So I would think you would remember what you guys were arguing about. That's why I'm asking.
Because, I mean, he did have a lot to drink last night, I know that, but I don't really remember it because it kind of is not that we fight and argue all the time, but he just, will just get drunk sometimes and he gets a little too amped, like wants to, I don't know, he goes on about something. Like I said, I think it was, when I said he was talking, I think that's kind of ties into it. Like, I just want to go to bed, and he would be like, no, like, stay up with me, come on, let's have fun, blah, blah, blah. We get into arguments about that sometimes because I just can't stay up, I'm just tired. And he would, John Kim would get, like, disappointed about it. So it's not, like, actual arguing, but it was more, like, made me feel guilty kind of thing, like, we weren't like screaming at each other that I know of. We were just.
How long were you guys arguing for?
I don't know exactly. Like, I wasn't keeping tabs on the time.
5 minutes.
Maybe 10.
An hour.
10, 15, I would say. Is normally our back and forth. And me, I'm like, drinks, shut up kind of thing normally.
You probably weren't arguing with him when you had the hiccups in the.
Oh no, we weren't arguing then. I don't know because
So
he was trying to calm me
it must have
down.
been after the burping and the hiccups and before you went to sleep.
Yeah, it had to have been then.
Well, you mentioned the argument may have been because you're just wanting to go to sleep and he's wanting to hang out and talk.
That happens, yeah.
Okay, but that was also the time you were basically falling asleep while he was giving him the and just whatever he was talking about.
Sounds about right.
But is it fair to say that you guys were arguing, but you just don't remember what you were arguing about?
You could say that, but I can't.
I'm not saying anything. I'm asking you. I mean, you guys.
It's fair to say we may have been, but we might not have been.
Okay.
I mean, because it wasn't significant enough for me to actually remember it.
Okay.
Seems like maybe a little tiff back and forth, nothing monumental.
Okay. Tell me about what happened around 4 o'clock this morning.
4 o'clock? What happened at 4 o'clock?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know either. Why?
Was there any arguing?
At 4 o'clock?
this
Not
morning?
that I know of.
You would know because either you were sleeping or you weren't.
I believe I was asleep.
Okay. Were you asleep at 4 o'clock this morning?
To my knowledge, yes.
Do you remember being awake at 4 o'clock this morning?
No.
Did you get in an argument at 4 o'clock this morning?
No.
Or 4:30, somewhere around that time? Right.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Any time between when you went to bed at 11 to when you woke up, I think you said 20 minutes before you called us, right?
It was right around, yeah.
So let me just make sure I have the right time, so I'm not talking.
The call came in at 8:45.
8:45 is when the call came in, so you said about 20 minutes, maybe, even if you lost track of time, say you wake up at 8. Any time between, but at 11 last night to 8 this morning, did you have any argument?
No, not that I know of.
Well, you say that a couple times.
Let me say this. So we've been talking to the neighbors. There's cameras all over the neighborhood. There's Ring doorbell cameras and everything.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes when we ask questions, we usually know the answers to them already. That's why we're
Yeah.
asking you this
That's
question.
why I'm getting the feeling.
Around 4 o'clock this morning, something happened at your house. That's why we're asking.
Okay, what
The only
happened?
person, I don't know, the only person that can tell us that is you because unfortunately you're not here.
Thanks,
I-
no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know. What were the neighbors saying? What?
It ain't what the neighbors are saying, it's what's on
What is-
video.
what-
There's arguing coming from the house. It's a male and a female. And you told us earlier in your statement that the only people that were there all night long were you.
I have no memory of any argument at 4 in the morning.
Okay.
If it was at 4 in the morning, I will tell you right now, I did not stay up until 4 in the morning. I don't know, maybe it's possible he was still up and drunk and woke me up and we got in an argument over that.
Did that happen?
If it was 4 a.m, then my ass was dead ass asleep, and if he woke me up, then I was still half asleep.
Okay. So tell me about the argument that you had around 4 o'clock this morning.
I have no memory of that.
Okay. But it wasn't anybody else because there wasn't anybody else there. I'm being totally transparent with you.
I have given you the information that I have.
Okay. Well, just asking because something happened there. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, and I have some video surveillance that he overhears a conversation, actually yelling and screaming between a male and a female, coming from your house. So, I know you drank some, but you said you weren't taking any medication, so I tend to believe that he may have woke you up. For why he woke you up, I don't know. Why you guys are arguing?
I know he got really drunk, so I can't say. I mean, sometimes when he got really drunk, he got really drunk. He would say, like, he was an alcoholic. He got belligerent sometimes. Not hurt me, not touch it, but he would get just drunk, like out of control drunk.
Let me ask you this. When you went to sleep, let's say approximately 11 o'clock last night, and until you woke up this morning, did you use your cell phone to call anybody or anything?
Not that I know of. Did I do it without me remembering?
Do you have a tendency to do things without you remembering?
No. That's
Okay.
why I'm confused right now.
I'm a little confused too. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, because that's not me.
Okay.
Not
So
at
if
all.
something happened, you would remember?
Yes, I don't really have memory lapses.
But you don't remember this morning?
I do not remember 4 o'clock this morning, no.
Here's, and I'm just gonna.
Okay, just
Exactly. Let's do that, because here's the thing. He's sitting here telling you, he's playing his cards. He's showing his hand to you. You guys played cards last night. You guys know how to play cards, right?
Yeah.
He's showing his hand right now. He's telling you that we have evidence that there's arguing coming from your house at
Right.
4 o'clock in the morning. So I don't want you to go down a road where you say that you just have no memory of that.
Okay.
What we need from you that would probably be a lot better off and make a lot more sense is to come forward and tell us what that argument was about it for you, rather than say you don't remember.
the argument was him waking me up because he was a night person, as I've told you guys. Him staying up till 4 a.m. whenever he got drunk is not unheard of. I would say he woke me up, and we got in an argument over that because he was still up at 4 a.m. drinking. When he had a problem, he knew about it. He knew he should fix it. He was trying to work on it, but being up at 4 a.m. drunk off your ass wasn't doing anybody any good. And that was what the argument was about then.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, you do have a memory of what happened, right?
Yes.
At 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay, so you're obviously upset because, so just so I'm following, he's drinking until the wee hours of the morning.
Correct.
And that upsets you because of whatever he's doing wakes you up, and that's why you were upset.
I'm upset, yeah, because he comes and wakes me up, but also because...
Did he purposely come and shake you and wake you up, or did he just being noisy and that's what woke you up?
For me and for me to wake up like that, he woke me up.
Okay.
Himself.
And so, what happens from there then? Now that you're awake and you're having this memory of arguing with him at 4 o'clock, what do you remember from that time?
I remember having the argument. I don't remember the kitchen there was no broken glass, there was no blood anywhere, nothing. I just remember arguing with him.
Was there anybody else there?
Not that I saw.
Well, you guys have a doorbell camera, right?
Oh, we have a camera, yeah. It's a motion activated one, so I mean, but it's on a delay, so if my dog walks past and sets it off, 10 seconds before, it's not gonna go off again when the door opens, through the,
It's
does that make,
motion.
yeah, and it's got the delay on it, so it's not just constantly recording things.
So when you were arguing with Matthew, there was nobody else there that you saw?
No, not that I saw.
Okay. Why were you yelling at him? All that stuff.
Because he has a tendency sometimes, actually a lot of the times whenever he is drinking and gets that drunk into the hours of the morning, he will just fall over. He'd be standing, he'd be sitting, and he will just fall on the floor because he just gets that drunk. And I might have been, yeah, so I was upset with him and was yelling at him because I was upset that he had done that again.
I want to keep asking you some more questions.
Okay.
But I'm kind of at a point where I want to read you a couple things, okay? This is an affidavit that we have. Have you ever been arrested before, anything like that?
No.
All right. Do you know what your Miranda rights are?
Are you arresting me?
No, I'm not arresting you. What I'm doing is protecting you, your constitutional rights, because I want to ask you some more questions. But I want to read your rights and afford you the opportunity to listen to those rights before I continue to ask you any questions.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, there's no tricks here, all right? I'm not a magician. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
All right? You have rights, and I just want to make sure that they're protected. I'm going to read them to you, and you can read them to yourself. As I read them, I'll just have you initial them. You got your pencil. You got your pen right there?
It's right now by the chair. You got it.
Put your notebook there. All right? You good? Okay. All right. It says, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I, Melissa Turner, do hereby consent to being interviewed by the below-listed Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office law enforcement official concerning the above-listed incident/offense, and I further understand that 1. I have the right to remain silent and can invoke this right at any time during questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm going to read them all to you, and then you can initial them if you'd like. Number 2, if I do make a statement, it can and will be used against me. Let me read it again. I messed it up. Number 2, if I do make a statement, it can and will be used against me in a court of law. Number 3, I have the right to speak with and have an attorney present during questioning. Number 4, if I cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to me without charge before any questioning if that is my desire. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If I wish to make any statement, I may invoke my right to an attorney or to remain silent at any time during the questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Number 6, I understand these rights, and no one has threatened, coerced, or promised me anything in order to induce me to make a statement. I presently wish to make a statement and or answer questions without an attorney being present. If you agree to continue the interview with us, I would ask that you initial next to each one of those numbers on the line, and then sign. That's your name, Melissa Turner. You can sign right next to it. Okay? We're good. Just go ahead and date it. It's Friday, October 18th still, at 1:48 p.m.
You can throw the pen down or whatever you want to do with it. Get the gloves there.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit more about the arguing.
He was still up and he was drunk and being loud and, I mean, he wasn't harming me or anything like that. He was just still awake at 4 in the morning being drunk, and then he did the thing that, I mean, he's done it so many times over where he just gets drunk to the point that he just falls over. And he's done it millions of times, and he'll be standing up and just fall over, or sitting down and just fall on the floor. And the next morning he'll wake up with bruises on himself and not remember it. And I have to drag him to try and get him on the couch sometimes. Getting him upstairs isn't really an option. I try and put him on the couch and try and drag him over there sometimes. Sometimes I end up just putting a pillow under his head where he's at to the floor.
Do you love him?
Do I?
Do you love him?
With all of my heart.
I can see that. Every time you shed a tear, it rolls all the way down your cheek, it goes to your chin, and lands in your shirt. And your shirt is soaked. That's a shirt full of tears.
We may have gotten in an argument at 4 in the morning. I would never, and he would never, we never would do anything to harm each other. We had a life together. We had plans, and everything was going perfect for us.
Is it routine for him to wake you up like that early in the morning?
Absolutely not.
How did it make you feel when he woke you up this morning?
I was pissed off. I was angry at him.
But you love him, right?
Absolutely.
Why would you say so many times? Because I can tell you this, as a husband, I've never told my wife. I've never done that. Now, I don't know, all I know about your history with him is what you told me today. But what I can say, I've never done that as a husband. Okay?
You might not have ever done that as a husband, but when he gets that drunk, sometimes he himself says a lot of nasty things to me, and sometimes they're saying just better than trying to deal with what he's saying. Because I know in the morning he wakes up, he won't remember a word he said. He won't remember passing out on the floor. He won't know why he has a big bruise up his back, because he fell over onto the counter one time and then hit the floor, and he couldn't figure out the next day why his back and his head hurt so much. I love him, and he was a good man, is a good man. Drunk sometimes.
And that happens a lot.
Recently, no. In the past, it's been...
When I say that, it happens a lot. We see it a lot in our profession.
Not just you two specifically.
I'm not saying you two. When I say we see that a lot, it happens a lot. I'm not saying to your situation. I'm just saying in general.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes people make mistakes. You know, I'm sure he loves you, but when he's drinking alcohol, he says bad things. But those bad things still come out of his mouth, and they still make you mad.
Yeah.
Right? You also said a couple of other things like, stay down. What are you talking about?
That was me being pissed off at him that he fell over.
He fell over.
When he got drunk and fell over.
How? Where did he fall over at?
The first time was in the kitchen.
Okay.
Like near the pantry.
Mm-hmm. Did he get hurt?
I don't know, as hard as you get from falling from over onto a tile floor. Not particularly.
Well, sometimes when you're drunk,
Exactly.
you lose your equilibrium and you could fall and hit your head or anything like that. What about the second time when you fell over? Because you said the first time, so I'm assuming there was a second time. Where did you fall over?
Not more than, I don't believe it was more than a few feet away. He tried to get back up. And then...
Let me ask you something. We've been sitting here talking for a few minutes, probably an hour or two at least. You told us that you guys were there, there's only two of you, and two of you were drinking. At first you didn't want to tell us about the argument at 4 o'clock this morning, but you did, so I appreciate that, okay? But my problem is I got back porch with stab wounds.
Stab wounds?
Or wounds from a sharp object, okay? And the only people that were there were you and him. So I'm trying to figure out what happened, because earlier when I asked you if he was right-handed or you were right-handed, you said he had 2 deep cuts, is what you said.
That I saw.
That you
on
saw.
His arm.
Right. So how did he get those cuts?
That I don't know.
Well, he probably didn't do it to himself. And the only other person that was there was you. So I'm just trying to figure out and give you the opportunity to explain what happened. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I've been doing this a long time, and I've talked to a lot of people. And this situation, though I wasn't there, there's 3 sides to the story. There's your version,
his version, and the
his
truth.
version, and the truth.
I'm aware.
What I'm trying to give you the opportunity is, I'm trying to give Melissa the opportunity to be this good person over here that may have got upset and reacted out of anger and not her normal character, or this person over here that just is mean, manipulative, raging, angry, killer.
Premeditated.
This is a high-stakes manipulation tactic designed to shatter her self-concept. By framing the choice as purely reactive versus monstrous, the detective offers her a psychological escape route. It forces Melissa to confront the reality that, regardless of the label, the outcome is the same. Her subsequent silence and heavy breathing represent the internal war between her victimhood identity and the growing weight of objective evidence implicating her hands.
Okay? Was it an accident? Because you were upset he woke you up?
I would never stab him.
Okay. Well, what happened? Help me, okay?
That I don't know.
Help me help you.
I don't know that part.
He's got wounds. The only people that think of it from let's imagine you're sitting right here, okay?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's just imagine for a second that you're sitting here in my seat and I'm sitting in yours, and I'm telling you the same story you're telling me. It doesn't even, something happened. I need to know, was it an accident? Or just you reacting because you were upset and then you realized, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this? Or was this something that was planned that you were going to be doing this?
I did not plan it.
I don't know.
Help us understand is what he's saying.
I love that man with all my heart. I never had those thoughts in my mind. My thoughts were, what am I going to buy him for Christmas? I don't know what happened. If it was an accident, then call someone something. I wouldn't have let him just die had I known that anything like that had happened.
So there was no accidents.
I did not.
Because I'm gonna give you another little tidbit. There was something else that was overheard on that video.
What?
I'm not going to tell you what it was. I'm not going to give you everything. I told you I've been doing this for a little while. I'm not going to give you everything. I've given you enough. I've given you enough. You said something else. It doesn't look very good for yourself in regards to this incident. I want you to think back about that argument that you had and everything that you were saying, or that you could have said. You made a statement. I'm not going to tell you what it was. But what I will ask, what did you do? Which one? This one? Or this one?
That one is not me.
Tell me about this one. I know that you wouldn't intentionally do it, but I know that an argument happened, and the only two that were there were you and him. He's dead, you're not. You got a slice on your hand. A slice. That's what that is. It's a slice. How did that happen? It's not from glass. I can tell you that. I've been doing this.
I mean, I know I picked up, maybe it wasn't from it. I know I picked up the glass this morning. Maybe it wasn't from it.
I've been doing this for a long time. This one?
It is
This
that one.
It's this one. Tell me. Tell me what happened. He pissed you off then. You didn't want to get up. He drinks too much. He called you names. You didn't like it. You got fed up with it. I know.
So help us understand that he's telling you you're saying you're not a cold-blooded killer, right?
No.
Okay. So obviously something happened. Isn't with us. So what we're trying to get is what led to that versus the other side that just makes you look like a cold-blooded killer if you sit here and say you don't know.
Listen, I just held my hands out, and when I said this one or this one, you said not that one, that one.
I would not.
I don't think you would intentionally do it. I don't. I see all those tears right there in the middle of your chest. I need to know why. What happened? The only person that could have done this is you. You're the only person there. This one? Or this one? I don't think you're this one.
He's never. He was never violent towards me.
So why did you react that way? I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
He's.
This one or this one? This is your chance.
He gets drunk. He's never been violent towards me. He does get his knives out sometimes. And I don't want to tell you that he's put his hands on me. It's because it's not like he hits me, but he sometimes would maybe grab me or something and try, like, that sort of thing. He didn't hit me, and anything like this only happened whenever he was that drunk, where he was gone. He wasn't him anymore. I can't tell you why, if that's... Talking about it more now, thinking back on it. This is from me grabbing a knife out of his hand. I don't remember which one it was that he had. But it was from taking the knife out of his hand.
And then what happened?
I don't even know if I got the knife away from him doing this, but I know he had it. I don't... Do I need a lawyer?
That's a decision you're gonna have to make. I can't say whether or not you can.
Following this, her arrest for second-degree murder marks the final psychological surrender. The command to "please don't kick me" as she is shackled reveals a sudden, jarring vulnerability. Stripped of her story and her autonomy, she shifts into a state of passive compliance. This abrupt descent from distressed fiancé to charged felon is the ultimate demonstration of how rapidly a psychological defense can shatter under the weight of incontrovertible reality.
We're not attorneys or lawyers. If you think you need one, that's totally up to you.
I didn't get the knife out of his hand with that. I pissed him off trying to do that. I swear he'd never hit me, never laid a hand on me, even when drunk. I will not let his name go down like that. But I do remember pissing him off when I tried to get the knife out of his hand. Because that was me. That's me. If you won't hand it over, if I can't get it out of his hand, I'll just grab the blade and get it out that way, if that's the only part of the knife I can grab to get it away from him. It's the first time I've done it. Because normally I can get the blade away from him. I pissed him off trying to do it. And things kind of escalated from there.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, my neck isn't from me. My jaw's sore, like I got hit. And I remember being thrown over the counter, lying on my stomach. I think in the moment, things just escalated. Like I said, he got pissed off, got a little more aggressive with what he was doing.
Okay, and how did you react?
I was scared at first. He always scares me. Even his voice can scare me sometimes when he takes on a certain tone. I'm not trying to be dumb about this. I'm a lawyer.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and conclude the interview at 14:06 hours. All right. What I'm going to go ahead and do, the deputies are here. We're going to take your clothes, but I'm going to get you some of those scrubs that I told you about, because we're going to have to take those. Okay? And then we're going to try to figure out where we're going to take you, or what from there, okay?
Okay.
So just bear with me for a second, okay?
Now that Melissa's asked for an attorney, detectives must conclude their interview. While they procure a search warrant, Melissa's clothing is collected. While she waits for detectives to return, paramedics also bring her something to eat. Fast food chicken nuggets, fries, and apple slices.
All right, Ms. Turner. We went back to the scene and we talked to the state attorneys and we consulted with them based on the statements and the evidence. We're gonna have to place you under arrest, okay?
We'll let you continue eating
We're gonna
this.
let you
I'm just
keep
gonna hold it
eating,
for
okay?
me for now, okay?
Is a drink right at your foot?
Okay, excellent, thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Double cup.
I'll put these on your feet, okay? You still have those shoes on there?
No.
Take them off.
They collected them.
No, please don't kick me.
Move your leg forward a little bit so you can get to it.
I'm not pinching you, am I?
No.
Is that too tight?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
We gotta do some paperwork and then we'll get you over to the jail. Meanwhile, we're gonna move you over to the other holding cell and we'll let you eat that, okay? Do you wanna know what you're being charged with or? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You're being charged with second-degree murder with a weapon. So go ahead and come up for us. We're gonna walk you over there. We'll let you keep eating.
You don't need to bring, don't worry about any of that. Okay, you're setting that up.
In February 2022, a jury found Turner guilty of second-degree murder. At her sentencing, Judge Samantha Ward stated, "The jury did not believe her claim of self-defense, nor does this court." Turner was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Her attorney filed a motion for a new trial, but the verdict stood.
Please comment, like, and share this video. Subscribe on this channel to stay with our community.